Yes team, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Hope you are having a great day so far. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I simplify losing fat and building muscle to make your life a bit easier. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. Drop the video a like as well, and let's get into today's video. We are talking about how to lose fat and build muscle at the same time. This is otherwise known as body recomposition or body recomp. And when people say they want to get toned, it typically means build some muscle, lose a bit of that fat so the muscles become a bit more visible and you look more defined. Right, so first I'm just going to start by talking about how we can actually lose fat and build muscle at the same time. So what do we need for this? To lose fat, you have to be in a calorie deficit, meaning you're burning more calories than you consume. So that comes down to energy balance. For fat loss, muscle building is going to be related to training intensity, otherwise known as mechanical tension, which is needed to stimulate muscle growth from the gym. And then it's progressive overload, which is increasing the adaptations your body will make over time. So increasing the stimulus in the gym through progressive overload, adding more reps per set, increasing the weights over time. That is what's going to drive muscle growth. So we need those two in combination to get this body recomp effect. Now, what's the best way of actually going about this? Well, typically it's going to be a shallow deficit, meaning not going into a crazy deficit where your energy levels will be a lot lower. It's a lot harder to have this body recomp if you're in a big aggressive deficit because you're not having as many carbs to fuel your sessions. Whereas if you go into like a 200-300 calorie deficit, you're still being able to keep your carbs relatively moderate, and that way you can have some carbs before your workout and then after your workout to fuel muscle growth and recovery. So, can everyone lose fat and build muscle at the same time? The quick answer to this is no. It's going to be more relevant to a few populations and they are in a better position to have this body recomp. And the first population I'm going to talk about here is if you are a complete beginner. So if you are a noob, you get those newbie gains, your body will adapt quicker at the start to the stimulus because everything is new to you. So the body hasn't been subjected to resistance training before. So when you start weight training, the progress that you can make at the start, it can be rapid. So for beginners, they're definitely in a good position to lose fat and build muscle at the same time in a small deficit. Similarly, if you are on anabolic steroids, so if you are on steroids or an enhanced athlete, then you are in a better position for this as well. I'm assuming most people watching this are not in that population. Third one, if you are obese or significantly overweight, if you have a lot of body fat to lose, there is going to be more potential for you to lose fat and build muscle at the same time because you've got more fat to lose. So that's another population there. And then finally, which is probably the best position to be in, is if you've got training experience in the gym, but you have had a layoff or a break and gained some body fat. And this was me about a year and a half ago. So when gyms were closed in lockdown and reopened in the UK in April 2021, I went back into the gym having had 6 months off and gained a fair bit of fat. Now, the reason that you can make such rapid progress and have that recomp if you are already a trained individual is because of muscle memory, which is a real thing. So when you have built up that training experience, you've gone through those movement patterns, the key lifts, you've made that adaptation and had that stimulus previously. And this, even when you stop training, this leads to something called a buildup of myonuclei. So almost like satellite cells within the muscle fibers. And even if your amount of muscle mass decreases over time, with 6 months out of the gym, you're still going to retain these myonuclei. So your body will then readapt when you get back in the gym, and it's quicker to rebuild muscle through muscle memory. So if you are someone who has got training experience but had a significant break from the gym and gained some body fat, then you're in the prime position really to get that recomp effect. So to summarize for you, calorie deficit to lose fat, training intensity in the gym, and progressive overload to build muscle. If you combine these two, you are one of the four populations that I talked about. So you're either a complete beginner, you are obese or overweight with a significant amount of fat to lose, you are someone who has training experience but has gained a bit of fat and had time away from the gym, or you are on steroids, then if you are in one of these groups, you are in a good position to get that body recomp effect. And when you focus on training hard in the gym, really pushing yourself, eating enough protein, so 2.2 grams per kilo or 1 gram per pound of body weight, especially when you go into a calorie deficit, it's important that you keep that protein high. So I would go upward of that if you can. As long as you are doing high protein intake, training hard in the gym, and going into a small calorie surplus, if you are in one of those positions, you will get great results and can definitely have this body recomp effect. And this is what I experienced when I focused on upping my training intensity when I stepped back in the gym last April. For about 6 months, I felt like, even though I was in a deficit, because I'd upped my training intensity, I'm really focused on pushing myself in the gym, protein intake was high, I had a bit of that body recomp effect. So can you if you're in one of these positions. Really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, a reminder to drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel to help it grow. It really does help. And I'll keep the videos coming. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.